Can we have your name, please?
My name is John Padgett.
If you want, can you tell us how old are you?
I'm 57 years of age.
And where do you live today?
I live on the mission Coomaditchie at the moment.
Can you tell us where you were born?
Where I was born in Balmain in 1959.
Can you tell us a short story
Short story.
about you?
Well, when I was a young fella, I come from a family of 8, and 2 of us went and lived with our grandparents because the welfare used to chase my mum around all the time. And at that time they used to take kids away from their mums. Right? So I was not allowed to be a black fella. Right? I couldn't tell people that I was Koori. So, and every year at Christmas time we used to go from Sydney, or wherever we lived at the time, to go to Maria. And then 6 weeks I could be a black fella. Right? Because that was all my relatives down in Maria.
Did you love your life and the places where you lived?
Yes, I do like my life. If I had to change it, I don't think I would, because I couldn't do no worse than what I've done, and I'm doing pretty good now. So,
What stood out and why?
what stood out and why in my life, the bestest thing that I can tell you about my life is when I became a sights officer, and that was in 1982. And why I say that is because it puts me back into the bush and things like that, where I like being, rather than being in the city and towns and things like that.
As you grow up, what was the difference from then till now?
Well, we never had a telly for a start, alright, and we used to go out and playing, like go down the creek, catching yabbies and go and swim in the dam and all sorts of weird wonderful things like that. We'd go out in the morning, had to do your chores before you went, which was chop the wood, and we'd go out all day and then not come back until the night time. And back then you could roam around out there and things like that, and a bit different nowadays, eh?
Do you believe culture is important?
Yes, of course I do. Culture is the main thing for Aboriginal people, because if we ain't got that, we ain't got money. Alright? Because culture is one of them things like respect, which is back in the day we used to respect our elders and not match at them and things like that. Where it's a little bit different again today, ain't it? Some of these boys don't respect you up here. But they'll learn. Right, you ready?
Is there anything else you want like to add?
Well, anything I can add to that there is like my education, which is the main thing for you young fellas now, is to get an education. But back in my day, I went to 7 different schools, primary schools, and 3 different high schools, because my grandparents were moving us around to get away from the welfare, which were out to get us and take us away, because I'm what they call a half caste, which I don't believe in anyway, because no such thing as a half caste. If you're Koori, and it comes from there. You're half.
What do you think about technology?
Well, technology, I'm not real good at. I do one finger like this on the computer to write a report, so I get other people to write it for me. I write it out, I can write, but I can't use the computer. So I don't even, the only computer I can use is golf. You know, that PlayStation 2, eh? That's the go. Like, that's the only technology I'm into. Other than that, I don't play with computers, and I don't even have a phone. There you go. Everybody got a phone, but Uncle Johnny don't have a phone.
You say we can teach you.
Yeah. Yeah, well that'd be a good thing. I suppose I should sit down one day and let you young fellas show me how to do it.